Hello, this is BonBonB, Place Transport Fever. I'm BonBonB, and of course, you are very, very welcome. And today, before we really get on to do anything else, I wanted to have a quick look at the finances with a future plan. We'll stick a quick pause on that as he goes off into the distance. Bye bye, Buzzard. Right, lovelies. Now, the reason being is we are now into 1861, and 1861 is 11 years into the game, which I know means that some of my horses on the wagon train are getting towards the end of their life. And when they pop their mortal clogs, do I replace them? Are they actually making any kind of profit? So let's go and pick on a horse at random. You there. Right, that's road vehicle 2, which means it's my second horse. Oh, bless you, sir. I should have renamed you. In fact, I will. You've not got long left, I'm sure, but we're going to call you Dobbin. Oh, for God's sakes, look. Why are you... one of these days I'll crack this, you know. Dobbin. There we are. Right. Lovely. Dobbins. Fantastic. Right. Details. Alright, so overview is... There he is. We know they lived for 15 years, and he's 10 now, so... 5 years left. Very important to see how he's been doing. And looking at that chart, you go, excuse me, he's making a great profit. Well, kinda making a great profit. So 58 and 59, we're looking at about 6,000 profit. Then 1860, not yet. 1860, he's made a mediocre loss. 1861, he's also made a loss so far, but we are only 17 days into the month, and let's have a look. He's on his way back to collect, so one would expect that this year he will actually be able to make a delivery. There's no reason why he shouldn't be able to get back well within the year, so this year he'll make a profit of, I'm guessing, around just under 6,000. So he's making 6,000 every... 2 out of 3 and losing it on the ones. Let's round it down. Let's round it down to 5,000-ish, just under 5,000, 4 and a bit per year. Now they cost 13,000 to make, which is 3 years to repay his costs, and he's only running for 15 years, and we're talking very small amounts of profit. I mean, 5,000, not much at all. Let's have a look at his counterpart in the town, the Stagecoach. There should be a Stagecoach around here somewhere. I think that's the Stagecoach there. Oh yes, there we are. There's the Stagecoach. Details on him. Once again, lived for 15. He's in his first year, so he's not going to be showing any finances just yet. Oh, he does. Blimey. In the first year, he's actually made a chunk. Now, he's actually producing money at a quicker rate because he's got a much smaller circuit. He's literally coming out of here, out of the depot. He's doing a run up to here and a run over to there, and then he's coming down to here, and he's done. Which is a fast turnaround. Particularly handy because they are bleeding slow. 15 kilometers per hour is not really a great top speed. Whereas these fellas on the wagon train are going a hell of a distance. We're not talking about doing a little circuit of... Back up a little bit. Back up, that's better. We're not doing the circuit of the town, so from here and then around and back. We're talking about from here to here and back. Or from here to here and back. So what I'm thinking even is, having looked at the growth charts of Halesworth, can we have town? There you go. We need that. Click on there. Now the growth charts. All this food's coming in. We've got 36% requirements of food for the shopping facilities. Clicks on chart, and that is somewhat disappointing. It would appear that there has been some mediocre population growth. There was a big boost in the shopping facilities for a few years, and that's dropped right back down because obviously they got very excited about all this food coming in and then realised that it was basically not as exciting as it could have been. All this extra stuff that could have came into Halesworth, like tools and machine equipment, that wasn't appearing. So the population growth and shopping facilities just stopped. Oh, we can turn that around in time, but not really with horse and cart. So the question is, when my Dobbins all dies, do I replace them? Now, let's go and have a look at the Chuffer train. Here he is, the Bonbon Buzzard, my only train. Details there, it's 4 years in. Finances, boom. Now, it was a little low on these occasions. Why was that? Because it took a little while for the stagecoaches to get into operation. And now the stagecoaches are running, and basically we now have an almost full train. Let's have a see the fullness of the train at the moment. Yeah, 24 out of 24 passengers. It's a full train, running to capacity. We could put an extra coach on there, but we don't really need to just yet. I will keep an eye on it. But yes, so we've got him running now at a reasonable profit. If we click down here, you can see how that made a difference from the 2 previous years, which was basically just stagnation, running at just a slight profit, to last year, $250,000, boom. So, here's the plan. As the train is what's making us the money, I'm not going to chase up the supply chain on the food when the wagons all run their course and decide to die. They are running at a small profit, so I'm not going to just like dismantle them for the sake of it, just for being bitter about it. This is my first playthrough on Transport Fever. I have no idea at exactly what point decent road vehicles, or any road vehicles, become available. Don't tell me in the comments. Don't spoil it for me. Well, you can. I'll just like spit feathers at you. I'll be prepared to be spat at. But yes, once we get road vehicles and they can go at a reasonable pace compared to the 15 of the horse, and also carry a lot more in the same, that'll become much more worthwhile doing over such a medium short distance as that. It's not like we're trying to transport oil. I'm sure there's an oil well up just to the behind Paddock Wood up there. From there to my 3 refineries are down here. I mean, that would take forever more with the wagons, and I just don't think that's worthwhile doing just yet. So anyway, especially having converted into oil, there's nowhere immediately local that requires oil, and on top of that, the people that require oil also want plastics and all sorts of other things, which I'm nowhere near ready to produce. So what we'll do today is we're going to come. The plan with the rail line, this rail line, is we've brought it up to Leighton, and it is to spin it around here, bring it along the crest of this hill into Barnes, and then down to Cromer. Now, rather than set up loads of passing points and such, I'm figuring why not. We can join Barnes and Leighton up later. Why not join Barnes and Cromer up with a short rail track here? That can then generate me a second revenue from passenger transport, and then at some point we can just connect these two up, put in a couple of passing points, or even run a second line. We see how that goes, and then maybe in the future the Halesworth line can come across towards Carshalton, or to Malton even, maybe, possibly. I haven't thought that far ahead yet. That's a long way down the line. Literally down the line. So let's do that now. Let's start with let's start with putting in the stagecoaches, because we're going to need stagecoaches first of all. So we'll start with a tram station, or a bus station even, what we're talking about. Right, well, we're going to put you, I think, we'll put the railway station in first, so we make sure we get the bus station close enough. Right, so railway station, that's the one. Spin it, see if we can get it in as cheap as possible. Well, that's quite cheap, isn't it? 88. Yeah, I think 89. Well, 1,000 here or there is not going to make much of a difference. We'll pop it there for 90 and connect it to the road network with. May as well just use a small country lane. It's not that important for Cromer. Cromer's never going to be a big town. And then we'll get the bus depot. It would have been clever actually if I'd put the railway station a little bit further out, but never mind. I think there. Now that would have been clever if I put it a bit further over here, but never mind. He's not really got his brain on today. Right, before we do that, let's just check the residential. So we're just talking about getting one right bang in the middle of town. One stop, that's quite easy to fix. And we'll have to have a depot down here as well. And out of said depot we will build a stagecoach. I think one will probably be enough. And then that stagecoach, once we what am I doing here? That's it. That will there, set line to all, a new line, add station. Right, you're going from, oh, go away, I can't see what I'm doing. Add station, that's the one. You and you. Excellent. That's the loop. And this line is going to be called Cromer Bus. Excellent. Right, well that's now set. Let's go and set up the stagecoaches for Barnes. Alright, now let's have a look here. Most of the residential is down in this area, a little bit up the top. And this is horrible. These three roads were almost coming out and meeting, but they're gonna, I mean these two roads will never, this is going to become a cul-de-sac. Let's have a look at these two houses. Only one residential, so it might be fairly cheap for me to just connect these two roads up here and then connect those two roads up as well, and that'll force them to, shall we do that, see how cheaply that can be done. Let's go with a small street. No, how many? 3 buildings? I think not. It's coming from above. I'm sure it must be possible to do this without demolishing 3 buildings. But maybe not. Okay, well we'll demolish 3 buildings then. Such is life. Okay. And then, just to prevent any more disastrous... Right, we've now got that junction sorted. We can... we should really, possibly, actually, have these as... Construction not possible. Why is that not possible? Okay, right. Well, let's not worry too much. Let's just, we could demolish that and then rebuild it with terrain alignment collision. This is, dear. Construction not possible. I don't get it. Okay. So you've got to say that some of the building controls are on here are counterintuitive. I really do have to say that. Done. Right, we've got connections done. And I don't mind that little junction being small. Residential, it's never going to be high traffic. Well, wouldn't have thought it'd be high traffic. Oh, no. This road coming through here, that could be medium high traffic. Let's not worry about it. Let's not worry about it. Okay, so what we got to do then is, where's the railway station likely to be? Well, we can pop it down here, couldn't we? Off of this road? Ooh, we could do that. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. So we'll stick with the medium street, just bring it out a little bit to say there. And then we'll go for the railway station. Train station for passengers, that's the one. Bring it up. Yeah, that can curve around fairly straight. Okay, so I think there. Now we go to buses, depot, not depot first of all. No, passengers. Station, yeah, we'll have one of those. And we'll pop you, I think opposite. Nice, lovely. Depot. How far is it? Oh, that would take. We might as well build a depot. Depots. That's the one. One of those. We'll pop it right next to the station. Buy a drove vehicle, and we'll buy a stagecoach. Link. Good, we've got a stagecoach in the depot now. Now, we better have a look at where we go have these horses. Shall we, what shall we, depots. What am I looking for? Brain's gone. Bus stops. That's the next one. Okay, we're going to try and hit all of Barnes here. Because Barnes needs to be hit. Never let it not be said. I think, well, you got one there, you got one there, and then one there. That's a nice, simple route, I think. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so now we've done that, we can set a line for. Come off of there, silly boy. I think probably 2 stagecoaches for this town because it's a slightly larger circuit. So a second stagecoach, set line to all, new line, add stations, and move this out of the way, and you out of the way, and you over here, add station you, and then to you, and then to you, and then to you on the way back. And that is it. So that has now got those 2 circuits sorted. We could get them out on the march just to set this line up, and then while they're doing that, we can connect up these 2 railway. I did put the station in, didn't I? I did. There we are. So all we've got to do now is connect these 2 railway lines together. It's 2 railway lines, 2 railway stations together. Oh, I am so not with it. Yeah, that'll do. And then running it up to there. Might have to gouge through a little bit of a hill. And then just a question of connecting these 2 up, I guess. Right. Oh, crikey, that was a bit painful, wasn't it? I should have concentrated more there. I just got so excited that the end was in sight. I've not given that any. Well, that's just going to have to stay raised. That is the chroma embankment, the chroma unnecessary embankment, no less. Right. Where shall we have the train depot? Train depot, but chroma might as well have a train depot. It's as good a place as any, isn't it? I think. So what we'll do is we will bring it up and spin it a little bit. That's about as good as I'm going to get, I think. Now the tricky part of connecting the tracks, because I do have some trouble. Too much curvature. Boom. And then... No! Too much curvature. Don't give me that crap. Oh, I hate that. No. No, 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 no. Big time no. We'll try that again, only from further back then. I know where you're coming from, but you're not making life any easier for me. Right, and now we will... Better. Much better. And that leaves us with just about enough money, I think, to purchase some stock, some rolling stock. Well, we're going to need one train. And I'm going to go with 3 wagons. I don't think we're going to need 4 for this run. Set line, new line. And add station. Add station. Boom. Chroma and Barnes. Excellent. And that's it, I think. And here comes the second of my rail services. We're going to call this the... Oh, we're going to need a name for that. I'm going to have to think of that. Think on that for a little while, I think. He's definitely going to need a name. We've got the Bonbon Buzzard. This line's going to need a name, actually, though, isn't it? That one. And rename it. And this is the Chroma Barnes rail link. And it will join in with the Southeast rail links at some point. What was this one? This... I bet you this one was the Barnes. Yes. How did I not rename that one? The Barnes buses. Barnes bus. Boom. Lovely. Right, nobody's at the station. Not surprising. It's a bit early to be expecting people to... No, let's have a look at the stagecoach. Anybody on the stagecoach? Nobody, but that will now start to sort itself out, I'm sure. Right. Come on, trainee. We need a name for you. We need a name. Right, the chroma. Oh, for fiddle's sakes, how difficult is it that... The chroma connection. It's rubbish. It'll do. If you've got a better name for the chroma connection, put it in the comments below and I will endeavour to include it. Okay, so now things are looking interesting. We've got the two rail links set up. Leighton and Halesworth are connected. Back up here. Let's get rid of that. We'll put the town names back in. Lovely. So Leighton and Halesworth are connected. Cromer and Barnes are connected. The next connection will be Leighton to Barnes to produce one long rail line to connect all those up together. And we're kind of like waiting for technology to allow us to build trucks. We need some sort of motorized trucks. So these guys, look, we are producing. Yeah, we've got plenty of food for collection. They just look how fast these things. They're just not able to motor. Not worth upgrading the roads because look, he's going at 15 kph and that's his maximum speed. They cannot go any faster. I could connect it up by rail, but I'm not entirely sure that I want rail routes just connecting up to a farm or to a processing plant. I feel that the rail routes should be to the major towns, or possibly if you've got a connection that's right in the edge, like possibly. So trying to see if there's anything on here. If there was something down here in the corner, like possibly something like here, the Bilston oil well. That's one that could require, an extension from say Bilston or across from Reading, and have that as a terminus rail station just to bring the oil in. I get that, I do. But what we've got over this side in the corner, there's nothing in the corner over here. This is just, well, we've got this thing. What's that? A goods factory. Now, think about this, guys. If you were going to build a goods factory, would you build it here? Think very carefully. Now, that's what happens when you use a seed to create a random map. Oh, even this one. Look, what's this? It's coal mine. Now, coal mine different. Coal mine, you find a seam of coal, you build a mine. That I get. Once again, it's going to be difficult for us to actually get the coal from there into operation. But the goods factory, oh, come on, guys. What's this little fella? Another coal mine. Yeah, once again, accept that. And the oil refinery, I accept that. It's just the goods factory. Why? Why here? Why would you? Makes no sense to me whatsoever. Right, so anyway, that is this week's episode. We have put in a second link now on this this BonBonB 1 map. We've got the Cromer connection. It is coming back towards town. Anybody on board? No, but is there anybody waiting at the station? There's the question. Oh, there appears to be a body. We've got our first passenger. Hello. Ah, you're going to the shop in Barnes. That's good news. This is good. And then while we're thinking about that, let's have a look over here. Yeah, you've got nobody. And of course, you are the sole stagecoach for this town. And at the other station, we've got... looks like nobody. Oh, it's a worry. Come on, guys. You want to go shopping in Cromer. It looks really, really exciting over there in the back end of Beyond. Do you live in Cromer? Do you know anyone who lives in Cromer? If you do, I apologise on behalf of myself because, yeah, such is. Right, anyway, we now have activity. This corner of the map is looking active. Alright, join me again on Monday for more City Skylines when Macroton will evolve into, well, a slightly bigger Macroton. And then again, Friday next week for more Friday Fever. I've been BonBonB. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. And you know what I'm going to say? I'll see you next time.